Welcome, Dr. Shri. Yeah, Dr. Shri, can you share your college and city and where are you from?
Hi, I'm Dr. Goran Seven. I'm from Telangana, Warangal. I finished my MBBS from Dowa Medical School Foundation, Philippines, and I cleared my FMG in my first attempt June 2019, A4, and NEET PG first attempt A1388.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And by the way, congratulations on both the results. It's
Thank you,
very, very fortunate to really get through both of them in the first attempt.
thank you, thank you.
So just to tell us the full background, because I'll tell you, pre-PG really focuses on making sure the students who are not the toppers, they can also do really good in exam, right?
Yeah.
So it would be really good if you can tell us how did you used to do an exam in your college and how did the whole journey happen till you started taking exams? What was your academic background and so on and so forth?
Okay, back in third year and my final year of my MBBS, I was an average student, and when I came across an app called PPG through an ad, I started using it. I've taken daily tests twice or thrice, and I quite used to it and got some confidence in getting those answers correct. To be frank, I was an average student in the college, and coming back from Philippines to India, my FMG exam was five months due, and everyone was joining in a coaching institute and taking the big marketing apps for NEET platforms. Uh, so I too joined a coaching institute for free trial for 2 days, and after that I thought it's not my type, and I came back to home and bought some review books and took pre-PG subscription for 6 months and started preparing. So my daily schedule was to wake up and take the daily test and review it there by itself, because if you skip the review part of the daily test, you will miss it. So reviewing at the same time will benefit you. And in addition to daily test, I should do 100 to 200 questions randomly per day. It benefited me a lot.
So, so can you tell? So first thing, this is one thing I'll tell you. This is signature of person who's going to be successful with pre-PG is anyone who takes daily test first thing in the morning, and the second thing being daily revision. If you do that consistently, everyone I've heard this thing from, they have always done good. So congratulations for figuring it out yourself. But this is really a signature of success. So can you, if you don't mind, can you share like in how many students were there in your college and what rank did you used to get there?
There were around 300 students in my class, and I used to get around 80 to 90 rank there.
Okay, so it's like right, I won't say right in middle, but somewhere in middle,
Uh,
30th percentile.
yeah.
Right, right. Well, that's good to know because a lot of students are in that category and they think they cannot crack NEET, and you will be inspiration for them. I really see it.
Yes, many of them think cracking FMG is enough. For the FMG students, many of the FMG students think that cracking FMG is enough, but they can even crack NEET PG too. If I can, they can.
Yes, this is very important for everyone to understand. Just a bit of discipline of daily progress, they can do big things. And then certainly you have done it and you will be a role model for them. I can
Yeah,
easily.
the main thing is planning. The main thing is planning. Plan according to a schedule and follow the pre-PG.
So first thing, when you came back to India, what made you think that you can really take NEET PG? Like, where did you get that confidence from?
After coming back to India, the first target was FMGE, and after clearing it with very good marks, I scored 234 out of 300.
Wow.
Um, they get confidence that yeah, I can crack NEET PG too.
So, how many of your friends had done that exceptionally well in NEET, so in FMGE?
Many of my college friends did it, sir, and majority of them used PPG.
Awesome. So all of them did very well.
Yeah, many of them did it.
That's really good to hear. That is really great. When after FMG you thought that you can take NEET PG, what did you plan? Who did you consult, and how did you decide to move forward?
Yeah. After FMG, I joined an internship in my hometown hospital and
Mhm.
started. And some of my residents, seniors, they recommended. They asked me what's the preparation rate, what's your platform, where are you preparing. I have not yet not yet fixed my mind then. So back in my mind, I thought, yeah, I'll go with PPG this time. It helped me once. It will definitely help me twice. So I told them about my options. They told, no, you should join a coaching institute. You should join a coaching institute. You should go to that platform. You should use this one. Everyone, there's a misconception that if you don't join the major platforms, the marketing popularing apps, you don't get the seat.
Yes.
I just want to prove them wrong.
No, thank you for really trusting us. And the fact, this is one thing I've always seen. I've heard this story over and over. Out of 10 friends, 15 friends, one of them will use pre-PG, and he will always do exceptionally better than everyone else. And it has happened to us every single year. It happens. Hundreds of students are like that.
Yeah,
The sad part is people do not get the concept, and they still think big apps out there are the ones. Uh, it's really not the apps, it's not their videos or their notes, it's the practice that makes the difference. And they
yeah.
miss
I'll
that concept.
I'll definitely tell my juniors and others out there who is seeing this video, just don't go with the popularity of the app. Just go with the content of the app.
Yes. Thanks for really trusting us. It really,
Because
yeah, go ahead.
PPG has more than 1 lakh questions, 1 lakh questions, ranging from one-liners to clinical questions. You can choose anything from that one, and also those filters and user friendly interface. You can choose it. It's all there. You should use what you want.
Yes, that's a good thing. So now, when you finally took a bet on pre-PG, saying, okay, now this is what I'm doing, pre-PG has a lot of features, right? What did you end up using the most?
The important thing is PrepDNA.
Yes.
That was the highlight of pre-PG. I keep on saying to my juniors and other colleagues too, the PrepDNA was the gem in my preparation
Yes.
because it pinpoints the area where are you weak at the moment, and it pinpoints the area where are you strong, so you can guide accordingly. So when we opened my PrepDNA at the starting of my before my FMG preparation, it was 17 my readiness
A 7-0
and
or 1-7?
1/7.
Yeah, really, that's like, so you came all the way from 17, and what was your peak? Where did you reach finally?
And at the half of my preparation stayed in April. Last year, April, I was at 91, 91.
Wow, that's an improvement. That's like something people should believe in them. Many times we hear students saying, okay, I'm not crossing 20, 25, 40. This is not right. And you guys are not, the PrepDNA is not real. And thanks for sharing it. Everyone
That
should get
just
inspired by
concept that we can improve. We can improve. At a stage, I was improving 3 to 4 readiness index in 1 week,
this. This is great. This is great. This is awesome.
and the PrepDNA is it's very unique to per person. It's per student. It pinpoints the area, and when we can dig deep into the PrepDNA, we can go into the subject. When we open into dig deep, we can go into the topics. And we can see there the width of the tile tells us the importance of that topic in the question paper.
Yep, that
So
is true.
I used two things. I used to wrote down the topic which I read in my prep DNA, and I used to grind the notes on that one. And I used to do the questions after reading the part. And my goal was to turn the red part and orange yellow part into green.
That is the perfect preparation, to be precise. We ask everyone to focus on their weakest area. As long as they can keep throwing them to the strongest side of it, they will keep making progress. That's the positive progress we want. That's great that you did that. So Now, when you were preparing with PrepDNA and you were making improvements, I'm certain this is one feedback I've heard consistently that students will take what's it called, grand test on other platforms, like the biggest one being Marrow in that case, and they
Yeah.
always come back demoralized, saying we are doing good here, and there we got slaughtered in rank. Pre-PG is not good. What happened to you there?
Yeah, it was the case with me too. I've attempted everything. I've attempted every platform, GT, Marrow, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've done 4 to 5 Marrow GTs. I didn't even score under 5 digit rank. It was always about 10,000 rank for me.
Wow.
I was I was more demoralized. So at the point I thought I should go back to PPG because it gave me confidence. The everything was killed by the GT of math.
Yes. In fact, this is one thing that everyone should understand is because pre-PG has so many questions that really came from the real exams somewhere in the world, like it is all coming from exams. They are real questions, right?
I have to tell you this. At my FMG preparation, when I went to the exam center, I was a little tensed because my way of preparation is way different than these guys. They
Right.
went to coaching. They are planned accordingly. My preparation was entirely different. I was a bit tense. So in the real time, when I see the question paper, when it got displayed, it's I thought that it's am I writing a PGGP? The question pattern and the options were exactly the same as PPG. So I rocked the exam.
No, this is exactly true. The fact is, this year in NEET PG, you took it. There were around 15 questions from our last 10 days daily tests,
Yeah.
right?
No, not only NEET PG, sir. I attempted 3 exams in these 2 years.
Right.
FMG and INSET this June and September NEET PG. The 3 papers were exactly looks alike like a NEET grand test, 3 PG grand test paper. The options are also similar, and to say the some of the questions, 10 to 15 questions, some exactly blueprint from 3 PG app question.
Yep, it happens every year. That is the thing. It always happens to us. The sad part is students don't believe this fact. Even though we release all the questions now, we try to do that. That is the fact. The real exam, we work very hard to make our automation to mirror the real exam, right? And that is exactly what it is. Now, other platforms, first thing, they don't have as many questions, and their questions are a lot more difficult questions,
Yeah,
right? So if you look at it in our exam, you will see the right composition also. Easy questions will be there, difficult questions will be there, medium questions will be there, and we pick it from the exam that comes. So when, for example, this year NEET PG happened, we got
yeah,
the paper, we have all the questions, and we looked at the difficulty of all the questions. And this tells us how many questions have to be difficult, how many of them have to be easy, how many of them have to be medium. And that is exactly the grand test is being created.
yeah,
Exact copy, which is why you see exactly the same kind of questions come up, right? But that's great that you were not demoralized by other platforms. I've heard stories where students doing really good on pre-PG would get demoralized. They will switch their strategy only with the grave consequences. If they realize in middle that PPG was the right thing, they come back and they really improve again. But I've seen few who have really done this and not ended up being good. Thanks for
yeah.
sharing it. Thanks for sharing it.
I've attended Marrow GT, sir. I was really demoralized, but I get confidence on my PrepDNA that it's okay. You can above 90, 91, 92. There's a chance to get under 5,000. So it got confidence. I came back to PPG. I never would go back.
No, that's fine. Marrow is good. I won't say it's bad, but they focus on the wrong set of things. They have done really good videos, but I always say videos are part of your preparation, not everything. At the end of the day, it's only pre-PG that can figure out every single weakness because we give you questions in every single area of your preparation.
The thing is, other platforms where they choose a schedule, they choose a thing for bunch of students with like thousands or 10,000. That's not way with the PPT. It has its own PrepDNA. It's individual, so we can get what we want. We
Yeah,
can see what we are lacking. We can see what we have to improve.
that is totally true. That's true.
That was lacking in other platforms.
Great. So this is great. In fact, I really, really thankful for sharing it. Um, it will help students to keep that confidence because we do tell them that you will score badly, but they don't trust us many times. At the end of the day, when someone succeeds, tells this story, that works out better. Uh, so,
No, even if you join any coaching institute, no one will tell you exactly where are you lacking and what you have to improve. But when we are looking at our prep DNA,
mhm,
when we are looking at our prep DNA, we will know that yeah, this is the part, yeah, this is the part we have to improve.
right.
You used to note down the things we have to, and I used to revise them more.
Yes.
So that way I've turned my red into yellow, orange, and green.
This is really great that you did. So so this is one thing that I myself am not very good at giving advice. So let me ask you this question. You have prepared with pre-PG most of the time. Now, how did you change your preparation? What did you focus on during the last leg of your preparation, last 1 month? What different things did you do?
So I already told you that in PPG there are more than 95 to 98,000 questions.
Right.
So what I did was in FMGE, the paper will be on easier side and the paper will be on easier. So while preparing in PPG, I mainly focus on the filters. The mainly focus on filters like high yield questions, previous year's questions, and image-based questions. I've left the filters like exam pattern like aim, STEAM, and PGI. I've left out questions. So we can concise what we want. It's everything in pre-PG. Only we need to short it and do what we want from that.
Right.
So that was my preparation for FMG. And when I turn to PPG for my NEET PG preparation, I've changed my schedule. I've changed my um, game a little bit. I'm more into high yield questions. I'm more into clinical questions. And I have to tell you about image-based questions. There are more than 8,000 IBQs in PPG.
Yes.
I have never seen any platform or any other IBQ book with that many questions. To stress the importance of IBQ because in every exam in 200 questions or 300, there will be 10 to 20% of image-based questions. So many of the students they are preparing for that, they'll just keep it aside because you need to study that. You need to stress that out because if you make it correct, it will boost your rank.
Yes. And
So in the
also very important thing, just one small thing to add is image-based questions in general are very easy questions.
yeah.
Right. So if you practice them once, you tend to remember images very easily. You don't have to do many revisions of them. Once practice, maybe one revision will set you up to really put those 20 questions in your bag.
Yeah,
Right.
that will just boost your rank way up.
Yes, that is so true. In fact, you just need to go through and do them. You cannot have many. Like as I said, we got questions from every single exam we could find.
Yeah.
Uh, if there is a question to be made, it is on PPE. Right? Let's just put it this way: if anyone can make a question, we already have it. So image-based questions, the same story, and it's great that you shared that. We don't emphasize as much on the importance of it because they are easy, but as you said, if you can bag all 20 questions, 25 questions, that is a big plus to your rank. Even one or two mistakes there, you can easily avoid it.
Yeah,
Right.
it will pull you down if you do any mistake in easy question, it will pull you down your rank.
Yep, that's so true. So
So
yes,
in strategy, add IBQs and prepare from PPG apps. It has many around 8K questions. Even if you can complete 5 or 6K from that, it's very easy to complete. You go through 18 to 19 questions.
awesome, great. So if you don't mind, can you tell me how many total questions did you attempt at before the exam on PPT?
I should attempt. Okay. For my FMG, I've done around 20,000 questions, and for my NEET PG, I've done around 22,000.
So the total questions that you did on the app around 40,000 is what you're saying.
Yeah, 40 to 45,000.
That is great. Now, this is very important thing I want to capture. Even though pre-PG has 95,000 questions or so, if you practice enough, you would realize that we have the same question coming up in different language or different words, right?
Yeah.
You should have noticed that no one can miss it. And we have 95,000 questions because of that. If we were to remove those variations, the number of questions come down to really around 40,000, right? Now, most students can say, why do you have 90,000 then? The more important point is because of the change in language, if you make a mistake in one question through deep revision, all that kind of stuff, we can ask the other variation of the same question to make sure you really got that concept, right? So no one has to do 90,000 questions. They really have to do around 40, 45,000 questions nicely. They can get, if they can correct that many questions, they are set. 90,000 question is, we never recommend anyone do that, but we do ask them to touch 35, 40,000 questions before the exam.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, go ahead.
Merely studying in notes isn't sufficient. We should supplement them with the MCQs. Then only we can know how to apply the thing which in our mind on the exam paper.
Yes. Yep. That's very important. Like
as many questions as you go on the long run, you will acclimatize to high speed and accuracy. The precision will increase. That will be a great helpful to when you attempt the final exam.
That is totally true. Let me ask another interesting question. This is a single number many students miss. What was the percentage correct of your easy questions?
It will be around 93 to 95%.
Thank you for sharing it. This is another very important number that I want everyone to focus on.
And I have to tell you this thing. My easy percentage will be was around 90 to 95%, and my medium will be around 80. The hard thing was around 60, and very hard under 40. So the main thing here is the exam patterns are now from the back 3 years and will be the same. The paper will be on easy to moderate side. So don't waste the future aspirants. Don't waste much time on very hard questions. Just pull your then easy and medium to increase it, the accuracy of answering those questions. Increase it to 80 to 90%. You'll almost say he will be in your dream bench.
Yes, in fact, I normally say don't even worry about moderate questions too. Just focus on easy questions. If you can take it above 90%, you are getting in the selection. Remember, easy questions is 40%.
Also, while attempting these many questions, we will get to know the DNA of the question.
Yes.
What's important way to focus on the question and how to eliminate the options. So this is the main thing which I have here. So that helped me in my exam and framing, understanding the DNA of the question, which part is important and how to eliminate the options. You will not get this with practicing 1,000 MCQs, 2,000. You have to practice it more. The more you practice, the more you get. And there is a say goes, in doubt, do MCQ.
That is totally true. So we released few features in around April 2021 this year. Two of them were second attempt and option elimination. Yeah. Did you use those features?
Yeah, I use it. I use both of them. My favorite one was second attempt.
Right. So why was that favorite to you? Like, how did it change your preparation?
So, okay, one bad thing when you're doing the exam fast within the limited time, you'll miss those questions. Okay, you'll attempt the one which hits your mind first, attempt the option which hits your mind first, and you'll go to the next question. So with the second attempt option, you'll know the way to slow down or way to improve.
So So I'm assuming, in fact, everyone gets many questions wrong in the first attempt, and then they correct it in the second attempt. But it is also true, many students will also miss second attempt, and the second attempt will also be wrong. It should be happening to you too, right?
Yeah, it'll happen. It happened to me too.
So what did you do when both of your attempts were incorrect?
I used to bookmark those questions.
And then you would go and come back and revise them again?
I go back there every now and then. I'll see them.
This is the exactly the right thing to do. In fact, I would normally recommend if you start preparation and you just completed notes, if you make second attempt incorrect, go read your notes again. I always say this, but this is good that you are bookmarking and going back through those questions again. Very important, because this just tells you you totally do not have any idea of that area.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it means. So that is so great. So now one more thing on daily test, if you see, we have a couple of features when you take a revision and the rank comes out and you go back and it tells you how many easy questions did you do, your graphs and your comparisons with other students, you can half the rank and all that kind of stuff. Did you used to see them?
Yeah, I used to see them, sir. I used to see my rank, and I used to think that I should get more corrected, get more rank better the next time. That boosts our preparation. That boosts our.
Right. In fact, to me, it was when we designed that, it was really primary to let students know that they can half their rank just by improving on 2 or 3 silly mistakes.
Yeah, definitely.
Many students don't get it, and that is the mantra there. It's not difficult. It is about go through your paper again and see what silly mistakes you made, so that focus on them, figure out what went wrong there. So that's great.
That was the point with daily test, sir. The daily test is about 50 questions in 30 or 35 minutes. So in the limited time, we have to complete the paper. So we got used in our mind to that limited time. In the real time or in the PPG grand test, you will be finishing at the speed. You should finish the 210 questions in 110 or 120 minutes, and you will be remaining with 80 or 90 minutes. You should revise the paper again. Both the questions which we mark for you, another one. So what we missed in the first attempt, we can get it in the second revision of the paper. Yeah. So before submitting the GT paper, I used to revise it twice the price. So the things which I get in the first second will be getting that. So it boosts my rank and score a lot. So both in the test and in real exam.
Now that's really great to know. In fact, that is exactly the reason why we chose to give 50 questions in 35 minutes. It was just the right time so that you can feel tense and not feel exhausted at the end of it. Right? We had done a lot of research. I don't know how much, I can't tell you that, but we had gone 30 minutes, we had gone 45 minutes, we had gone 35 minutes, we had gone 1 hour. We had changed all the times up and down to see where are students getting most. They can stick to it, they can attempt all the questions, but they are not feeling comfortable in the exam, right? So we had experimented quite a bit with it, and 35 minutes was the time. Because it used to be 30 minutes. I don't know if you remember that. But when we started adding more clinical, longer questions, we increased it by a bit. Right. So there's one more kind of paper we create. This is specific to NEET PG. Before the exam of NEET PG, 2 weeks before it, we start creating these mini mock tests of different difficulty. How did you find them?
It's good, sir. It prepares us for any paper. It prepares for easy paper, medium, or hard paper. So giving mini mock test for 100 questions is it's in limited time we can do it, and we can get used to the paper pattern and paper hard type easy medium.
So it is 100% true. When you take a difficult NEET PG paper, you will score less, but your rank doesn't change as much.
Yeah.
So when you're practicing a difficult paper, could you figure out that this is a difficult paper during the practice?
Yes, sir. from framing of questions and options, like we can able to differentiate it hard or easy.
Did it increase your anxiety during the test when it
It
was
would
a
be
difficult?
definitely.
Um, because the reason I ask you this is like 4 years back, there was a very difficult paper that had come up. And when I talked to students, they said because the paper was difficult, they felt very anxious throughout the exam and they made more mistakes. And so we said next year onwards, we'll do exactly this. We'll make papers. Few will be difficult, few will be easy, few will be medium, just to make sure that when students prepare and take the test, if it is easy, they don't think that they are too smart today. They should realize that paper is easy and everyone is going to score high. So do not make careless mistake, but when the paper is difficult, realize paper is difficult. So do not feel demotivated during the test itself. That is the main reason why we, for last 2 weeks, we do just that, is to train you to handle the exam just fine. And it's great that you find it useful. Thanks for sharing.
And to talk about the revision part, the daily revision and deep revision.
Yes.
And after attempting regular questions and daily tests, I used to go back to daily revision 2 days or 3 days later. I used to do some questions which I put wrong in the daily test and regular test. And doing so, it increases our accuracy. It increases our we shouldn't. If by reviewing those wrong questions, you will not repeat the mistake again. And by the deep revision in the past 30 or 40, 30 or 2 months, the questions which went wrong will just test you on the same topic and same question. So the revision filter is also important in PPG. It helped me on a lot.
Thanks for bringing it up. In fact, it is. What can I say? I cannot say anything that can overestimate the power of revision. Daily revision, if you can do it on every single day basis, I literally guarantee if you do 200, 300 questions on a daily basis and then daily revision of them every single day, no one can stop your selection. Full stop.
Yes.
Right. And the reason is this: because of daily revision, normally I'll tell you how it happens. When you first time start preparing, you will get around 40% mistakes. That's normal. Like, in fact, it is more like 45, 50% questions you will get wrong. And most students will do that and they will forget those 45% questions as if they ever attempted. So they did not know this, they never learned it. And it doesn't matter how many questions they do, they either know it or they don't know it. Whatever they don't know, they never revise, they never learned it. So they will keep doing more and more practice, their PrepDNA never goes up because their knowledge is not increasing.
Yeah.
Right. But if you do daily revision itself will not take your PrepDNA up. It won't. To be honest, it has no impact on PrepDNA. If anything, it may probably brings down and we are fixing it. But because you do daily revision, yeah, go ahead.
Supplementing the daily test with daily revision will increase your PPN.
Exactly. If you do daily revision, next time you have the test, you will remember more and more things. And so it will start adding up down the line. Thanks for bringing it up. It makes a huge difference in your preparation. Thanks for that. So now there's one feature we released, I think around, I can't remember the month, July, August, something like that. Can't remember it. It's called FMGE. Did you see that?
Not much. I use it, but not much.
Okay. FMGE is like, it just tells you. So this is another feature we released recently, and now we focus on it quite a bit more, is to tell students, are they really using pre-PG the way it is supposed to be used? And I really want to tell everyone that if you can keep FMGE 100%, no one can stop you. Now, no other platform provides you that do this and you will get selected. In pre-PG, that is exactly what we are saying. You cannot increase your PrepDNA. It increases as a result of you learning. You cannot willingly score high. It is a result of you learning. Only thing you can do is prepare the right way. FMGE was created to let every student prepare the right way. Right. Hopefully, because it was late, I knew most students won't be able to use it for 2021.
Yeah.
Right. But we still said, let's just release it, not for 2021 students, but for 2022 students back then.
But for 2021, mastering the PrepDNA is enough for cracking NEET PG.
Yeah, that is true. But the problem is, as I said, many students get stuck with PrepDNA. They keep preparing, and the PrepDNA never goes over 40 or 45 or 50, something like that, because they don't know how to prepare. Right. There's the only thing you can do is prepare well, and FMGE is saying this is how you prepare it. So that's what we tried with that. One interesting question, let me ask you. You did not do any other coaching, any other app. Your friends must have done it.
Yeah.
Right. Now, at the end of the day, some of them probably would have scored better rank than you, or there was no one doing better than you in the final exams.
Yeah, some of my friends have taken other platforms, and some of my friends joined coaching institute and then spend black money on that. I have to say this: I've completed both FMG and NEET PG exam with just 13,000 rupees on 3K.
That thanks for sharing that.
I just ended up spending 3 to 3 lakhs for coaching and for videos, coachings, and other platforms.
Yes.
So at the end of NEET PG 2021, yeah, some of my friends scored better, some of my friends scored less than me. It doesn't matter. What matters is improving this matter every day.
Right.
The sources which you get you should use that better.
That's important. That is very important. Having trust on whatever you use is very important. If you use any other platform, I won't say don't use it. I would say trust it. If you use pre-PG, then trust it. Trust is the most important thing to get success.
Yeah.
If you don't trust it, nothing works out. Right. So now, one thing I would always say is, like, we work very hard to keep our prices down. We have a dev team. We spend a lot of money on our app, creating this app. Every single cent that we make, it goes back into the app and keeping it up there. And I can't even say how hard we try to keep the prices low. Sometimes we have to increase it because the prices go up. But you probably realize this, that we keep extending our plan for NEET PG.
I have to tell you this, back in 2019, I've taken subscription for 1 year, PPG subscription,
right,
for up to 2020 January. But due to other unforeseen reasons, the NEET PG had got postponed to April, later to September. So in January, most of the subscriptions were ended, both in my and my friends' other platforms too. So what PPG did was, the people gave us free subscription for 4 to 5 or 6 months from January to June.
yes,
It helped us a lot because we were in a position that we can't afford any new thing. So giving us extending our subscription really has helped us a lot. When looking at other platforms, they didn't do it. They told us just buy it.
that is so true. Like, people don't realize it. We made heavy losses during that time because we were extending subscriptions, and others were just getting more and more subscriptions. And it was really, we were empathizing with our users. Because of COVID, I could see a lot of PA students were not able to go to college or not go to internship, and it was really messing everyone's life. And the worst thing is, there was a lot of anxiety about the exam itself. Will it happen? Will it not? And there was no reason for us to add to anxiety. If we could take it, we tried very hard to take it as long as we could. Finally, there came a time when we said, we will die if we keep going like that. And we had to ask you guys to extend the subscription yourselves. I can tell you it was very hard decision for us.
Yeah, at that time too, pre-PG has given us some credits too. We can use them, redeem them.
Yes, I know we did that. We had a lot of discussion and we said, you know what, we have to stand by our students. Doesn't matter if we make money or not. They are the people for whom we created this app anyways. So thanks for recognizing it. We worked very hard for those things.
And I have to tell you this, and when the exam got postponed to April, at the point of April, my PrepDNA was 91, and I was confident that I would score this time. But 2 days before exam, the exam got postponed once again. I was still shocked and I was into blues, totally into blues. I left my books. I left everything for 1 month. Then I got a pop-up notification from PPG, for this break that get back to practice institute.
Yes. No, we realized that. As I said, like, yeah, go ahead.
The notifications also push me, sir. If I skip the daily test in the morning, I'll get a notification in the afternoon or evening. Don't forget to take the test today.
Yes. In fact, people don't realize that to us, students are literally like our kids. Many students think that we are profiteering people or company. They do not realize how much pain we go through when our students go through pain. I don't know about others, but I can certainly, like my wife can certainly tell this thing, that how bad my mood becomes when our students are not doing the right thing, right? And it's never about making money. That is always the last thing. We have to make it so that we can serve more students, but really it is about you and the other students who really take pre-PG. We are here to help you. Like my kids, my son is going to college now and my daughter will be going to college soon. So I empathize with every single parent out there. It is so difficult to raise kids who have become a doctor. And then also many times parents are not in condition to pay for their fees. It's very expensive to become a doctor, right? And we want everyone to do it the right way. So yeah, we take it very seriously. To us, it's an emotional thing too.
And after the exam got postponed in April, we got a notification 2 months or 1 month later that the pattern of the questions are changing and the number of questions are changing. We are in panic.
Right.
What we have to do now? Are we going on the right path? The notification from PG, NEET PG was the question pattern will be mostly on clinical side and the question number will be decreased to 200. So we are in panic now.
Yes.
So in a very limited short time, PPG has added more than 20,000 clinical questions to the app.
Yes.
And with sounded explanation attached to it.
Yes. Now, people don't realize how much, like, because of all these things, most students don't realize that how hard did we work to make that happen. Think of it, we had 28,000 clinical questions when other question banks, the total size is 28,000.
Yes.
Right.
That was my next.
Yes. No, we worked very
practiced more than 10,000 to 14,000 clinical questions. So I was prepared for any paper. I was confident. So my suggestion for the upcoming achievers or students out there, just stick to one note and stick to one platform.
That's very important. Like sticking to
PPG has given access to questions ranging from one-liners to clinical questions around 90 to 95,000 questions. It has everything in it. What we need to, we just how to use the PPG app for ourselves.
Yes, if you use it the right way, you will get the best results. That is our goal. And what else can we say? So one last question. I had not talked about this. You did mention it. Can you tell me, when did your internship finish?
In November 2020 now.
So, okay, so this is very important for a lot of students to notice this. You majority of your preparation was with your internship.
Yes.
Right. The reason I bring it up is I hear from many students saying, internship के साथ तैयारी नहीं होती. Like we cannot prepare with the internship. And also, as you pointed out, you were at the peak of your preparation in April.
Yes.
Right. So I really want everyone to understand that you can manage internship and pre-PG together without much of an issue. Only thing you have to do is be disciplined. Do not miss a day. Did you ever miss a day, or how many days did you miss on pre-PG?
Yes, sir. There are definitely gonna be some days where you don't want to do anything. Yes, it happens to everyone, and to the upcoming batches too. If it happens to everyone, you'll be in blues. Don't worry. Take some break and get back to practice. Everyone is going on the same path. Everyone is stressed out. So don't worry. Everyone is on the same line. Take some break and get back to work.
Thank you for sharing it. This is very important for everyone to understand that really what makes it's really consistency is what keeps you through. And by the way, you are not the only one who's going through the same periods of anxiety and blues and all that kind of stuff. Everyone is going it. So the guy who's going to take it through is the one who's most regular even through these periods.
Yeah.
Right. So that's good. Anything else that you learned and you want to share with us and other fellow students?
I have to tell you this. Make a structured notes either through review books or in your college days. Don't waste hundreds or 10 hours on those videos. Just prepare a structured notes and stick to one MCQ platform and complete it.
Thank you.
And don't worry about the competition. Don't worry about the GTs. I have to tell you about the GTs. When you take a GT, don't worry. Don't look at the rank. Don't get disheartened. It's okay because it's not the final. It's not just assess the question and assess where you went wrong, and just that's enough. Don't take it to heart because it's just another GT. What really matters is the real exam.
Yes, that is so true.
Keep on practicing the questions. Keep on practicing questions. It will greatly increase your speed, accuracy. What was important in the real exam. You need to speed. You need to accurate. You need to review. You need to mark the questions for review for second or third time. You'll get that correct.
Awesome. One more thing I'll ask is now a lot of students who are just getting into the colleges, they are also enrolling in pre-PG. What advice would you give them now? How to use pre-PG the best?
Okay. The advice which I give to them was if you in the first or if you finish a subject anatomy, open anatomy and finish the flashcards. I have to tell you about flashcards. Finish the clinical flashcards or regular flashcards, and do a high yield questions after finishing your topic. Do anatomy, physiology, and you can continue it. It will supplement you. Even you can score good with that 3 PG in your UG exams too.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. In fact, we have now got feedback from many of our first year students and second year students that after they started using pre-PG, only 30 minutes, 1 hour a day, their rank has gone from middle of the class to top of the class.
Yeah.
Right. Only one hour a day has made that much change in their ranks. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I really hope it prepares them for the next exam that comes up. By the time it comes up, they're ready for it. So
Even if it NEET or next, the paper pattern will be same. It will be almost easy to moderate. Don't too much expect on the hard questions. Always the paper will be on easy to moderate side. So prepare for those. Don't leave the hard topics and questions. Just focus on the what matters. Focus on high yield topics, high yield questions. That what matters. Because you don't want to miss the questions when it comes.
this is so true, so true. Just to give you another example is, back when we used to take IIT, our papers were very, very difficult. So if you would get only 35% marks in paper, you would still get in IIT. The thing was, doesn't matter how difficult the paper was, they would always have easy questions. And your selection always depended on the easy questions, not the difficult questions. Remember, when you are scoring only 35%, there were 30% used to be easy. So if you got the easy correct, then it's only 5% more out of 70%. And you would always have something that you can crack through. It happens, doesn't matter if the paper is difficult or easy, you get selected with easy questions. Only when you're selected, your rank may be decided by a few difficult questions, but selection always happens on easy questions.
So I have to tell you this. My rank is 1385, and I have missed 3 to 4 easy questions. If I gonna attempt those 3 or 4 questions correct, my rank would be around 300, 400.
Yes.
So I have to tell the upcoming batch that don't worry. Every time you will lose questions, even though it's easy or hard. Just don't lose your heart. It's okay. It's in the process. It will take some time. So keep on moving. Keep on going forward.
Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for sharing this specific thing. It is, to be precise, it doesn't matter, right? Only when you keep practicing, you'll just keep getting better at not getting those easy questions incorrect.
At the starting of preparation, I used to make mistakes 10 to 15 easy questions to mistake. And after at the end, I reduced them to 3 to 4.
So that's a huge
Yeah.
improvement, huge improvement. That's true. Thank you, Dr. Shri. It was a great conversation. I really enjoyed it.
I have to thank you, the support team and technical team, who respond very quickly to my concerns.
Thanks for I'll put it this way: every single person in pre-PG is very passionate about our students. Well, that is one of the criteria on which we hire people, is they have to be very passionate, and every single person in our team is. Thank you for sharing that too. Thanks a lot.
And for the upcoming one batch and our one who watching this video, who are that who are trying to write the NEET PG 2022. Okay, practice MCQs, make a notes, do questions daily, increase your speed, increase your accuracy. Don't worry, everyone is on the same stage. You will get it, and I'll definitely see you on the other side.
Okay, thank you. See you again. Bye-bye.